Everybody, first we got a co-main event. Patrice Volney, 16-0, 10 knockouts. This is for a vacant 160-pound championship. Patrice Volney. And the favorite, Esquiva Falco. You may have heard of him, 28-0, 20 knockouts. Born in Espírito Santo, Brazil. Residing now in Riverside, California. All right, guys, if your stream is slightly ahead of mine, which it may be by a minute or so, please don't spoil it for those in the chat or for me. We are at the co-main event. Like I said, Esquiva Falco versus Patrice Volney. And here we go, round one. This bout scheduled for 12 rounds in the middleweight division. And then we are there with the main event. All right, let's go to the comments here. Good to see you, Clavet, Robert, Billy. Chaz, what's up? Lama got destroyed by Teofimo. Pound for pound, top three. Canelo, Crawford, and Fury. Spence's honorable mention. And Falcoa starting out with some nice jabs here. The southpaw. Good jab there from Volney. A couple of good jabs there from Volney. Falcoa, much like a lot of championship boxers, a little slower of a starter. Nice right hook from the outside. He does like to fill his opponents out a little bit. Oh, nice combination there from Falco. Who's a top cruiserweight? Isn't there someone who might jump to heavyweight that is really good? I don't know much about the cruiserweights right now. Big combination of the body and the head from Falco. I was just saying he might start out a little slow and then he opens up with combinations here. This music makes me crazy. Like you don't like it or like it, Frank Knapp? I'm assuming you're saying you don't like it. Billy Joe Sanders, one of my favorites to watch, but he fell short in his big fight. He's very entertaining, though. Tank versus Jarmo Charlo. Who wins? I think I'd have to go with Tank on that one. That would be a good fight, though. Canelo, Crawford, Tank, and Shakur. We need to see Teofimo and Tank. Nice right hand there from Volney. Good combination from Falcoa. Oh, Falcoa outclassing Volney early. Good combination of the head and the body. I mean, two undefeated fighters, but Falcao is just he's on another level than Patrice. Mike, who won the main event in UFC? Caitlin Vieira defeated Miesha Tate by unanimous decision. Like to see Porter win, but Bud Crawford is a great one. What's up this day's hip hop? Yeah, he's one of the greats in my opinion. Oh, Falcao, a right hand upstairs, dig into the body, big combinations. Wow. I mean, Volney, is always trying to do is cover up, and Falcao is finding holes everywhere. Head and body, big first round for the favorite Falcao. John Jones. Oh, Winky Wright in the crowd here, a legend. John Jones fighting a freestyle wrestling match against WWE and Bellator fighter Jack Hager. Win. I'd like to see that. That would be interesting. Winky Wright, 51-6 all time. Of course, fought all the greats of his time. Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather. Well, now that I say it, I'm not sure he fought Floyd Mayweather. I'm not sure Mayweather was heavy enough at that time. Boxing will really pick up steam if they have better exposure. HBO leaving boxing hurt the sport. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it really hurt the sport. Crawford isn't the digital. Oh, isn't the Pride of Nebraska, correct? I believe so. Plus, this last weekend, Hazmat had pay-per-view freestyle match against Jax Hermanson and destroyed Jack in points. I heard about that. Smash that like button as if you were Mike Tyson beating on Michael Spinks. I like it, Billy. All right, Falcao, dominant first round. Volney landing the right hook and a left hand to the body to start the second. But 1-2 there from Volney. I think basically what everybody's hoping is Falcao puts on a show, takes out Volney in the first 3 rounds so we can get on to our pay-per-view match. Yeah, this is the co-main event. Maybe I'm really high, medicated. No, I could see how it could be an annoying music. I made it. I made the music. I mean, I'm not a freaking composer or anything. I just made it on like a music maker jam thing. Right hand to the body for Volney. Falcao landing left right to the body. Right hand upstairs. Oh, Jake Hager. Jake, sorry to get that and Hazmat news mixed up. Wait, what do you... Oh. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's easy enough. Easy enough to do, Robert. I didn't even notice. All right. Volney, I mean, better round for him, getting the jab active. I just feel like Falcao is... Oh, nice little uppercut there from Volney. I mean, when the guy's undefeated, which both guys are, I mean... Yeah, you can look at their strength of opposition, but you really don't know how good they are. Oh, good combination of the body. Falcao dig into the body, straight right, left hook. I mean, you can only look to see their weaknesses, you know, the weaknesses they had in their wins, I guess. Good combination of the body there from Volney. Falcao with the right hook upstairs. And nice right hand, left hook to the body there from Volney. And Falcao, I'm not sure if he took the round off or what, but I think Volney could have won that round. I'd give it to him. I enjoy your program. Well, thank you, Frank. I called Jake Jack. I'm smashed. Wow, Esquiva Falco's father in the crowd that just says has fathered 18 children. Holy jeez. That's a lot. That's a lot of super sperm. 18 children. Damn. That dude is not shooting any blanks. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm ready to get smashed later, Robert. So I don't commentate so well when I'm smashed, but that's a left hook from the outside there for Volney. And you see Crawford warming up in the back. And Volney, I mean, I feel like Falco is kind of letting Volney get back in this fight. Straight right to the body there from Volney. Oh, and there's a straight right and a left hook from Falcoa. Nice right hand upstairs and a left hook from Falco and the combination of the body. See, when he really puts his foot down on the gas pedal, I mean, he's really landing shots at will. Nice right hook to the body, the uppercut. Volney's guard is a little leaky. When he puts his hands up to, shells up from some of these punches and combinations, a lot gets through. Nice little left hook and uppercut there from Volney. 1-2 there from Falcoa. Like I said, I have this co-main around a piece right now. Combination upstairs and then to the body for the undefeated Volney. Good shots there from Falcoa. Right uppercut to the body. Left hook upstairs from Volney. It's interesting there are no Brazilian boxers who are very successful. There has been, but over the years, Acelino Freitas used to be one of my favorite fighters. There are some in the lower weights. The lower weights don't get as much notoriety, especially Acelino Freitas. I mean, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of the 90s, in my opinion. And he fought, I believe it was 126 pounds, though. So, yeah, a lot of smaller guys. I don't know that you get too many heavyweights. Good straight right there from Volney. Oh, good right from Falco. Good uppercut there from Volney, but Falco, they touched him with the combination, but the left and right from Volney in this title eliminator. Very close third round. This fight so far closer than I thought it would be. 2-1 for Falcoa. If Anderson Silva had been a professional boxer, I think you would have had a great Brazilian boxer. That guy's striking IQ and judgment of distance and timing is just incredible. I'd like to see him box somebody besides Tito Ortiz, of course. But, I mean, at 46 years old, he's still looking pretty good. There's Terence Crawford, 4 successful defenses. 37-0. Shawn Porter does have 3 losses. All to championship fighters, though. And one of those losses was a split decision loss to Errol Spence Jr., who Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford is a fight that a lot of boxing fans have wanted to see for a lot of years. Considered the top 2 pound for pound by a lot of people. Nice combination there to the body from Volney. And I even left Errol Spence Jr. out of my top pound for pound when I was thinking about it. All of a sudden we kind of start to forget about him. But Errol Spence Jr. right there in the mix too. I agree about Silva, says Andres. I can't believe how much hate there is for Anderson Silva, to be honest. And I'm very surprised even in our crowd, like how many people just don't like Anderson Silva. Good jab and right hand there from Volney and the 1-2 upstairs. Maybe you guys, because he was kind of cocky, but I don't know. I kind of liked his kind of cocky because it was a showman in the cage, but then respectful afterwards. Left hook to the body, nice right hand upstairs there from Falcoa. And Volney's got some skills. Nice right hook there from Falcoa. Good combination there from Falcoa. Good combination of the body there for Volney and then upstairs. Straight right and left hand. Oh, beautiful shot to the body there from Falcoa. Falcoa is one of these guys, I know he's undefeated, but he can be frustrating at times because nice left hand and a right hook. It just seems like he could do more a lot of times. Like he did in that flurry right there. Nice right hook and a left hand there. But he seems to kind of be inconsistent. He seems to take moments off in rounds. Straight right and a left hook to the body there from Volney. And look at this, an uppercut and right hand. And he lets Volney get back in these exchanges. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't feel like Volney is at Falcoa's level if Falcoa can stay consistent. But it's like we see 2 Falcoas. Oh, nice right hand and a left hook by Falcoa. I got a Falcoa 3-1. Over under 300,000 pay-per-view buys for this fight. 300's probably a pretty good it's probably a pretty good prediction. I don't know, somewhere under 4. I would say under 4. They might break 3. I don't think they break 4. If I had to bet one way or the other, I might say under. Honestly, because I mean, I don't feel like Terence Crawford is. I don't think Shawn Porter is a big enough name to make enough people pay $70 to see Terence Crawford. We'll see what you guys think. Sportsbook right now is Crawford minus 700, Porter plus 500. Now, Porter in 3 losses has never been finished. Crawford in title bouts has finished 7 fighters that have never been finished before. Nice jab upstairs and a right hook to the body. Volney starting out aggressive here in the 4th. Both guys landing uppercuts. Nice right hook upstairs for Falcoa and a left hand. Looks like Volney kind of woke him up at the beginning of the round here. Good jab and a right hook, and then right hook to the body, to the head. Falcoa kind of seems to be one of those guys, it's like you kind of have to start hitting him first before he really opens up. It's almost like you have to piss him off. Under, says King James. I'm thinking way under. Yeah, I don't really see this performing well. I don't think Terence Crawford is a big enough name to. I don't think this should be pay-per-view, to be honest. But what do they really have as far as pay-per-views in boxing right now? If you're gonna have a pay-per-view, I would add something to this. Have a Charlo, one of the Charlo brothers fight. Nice right hand there from Falcoa. Put up Dillian White. Put up a decent top 10 heavyweight. Give us another 2 or 3 bouts that we care about. They don't have to be, a headliner. Nice one too there from Volney. Oh, good combination upstairs there from Falcoa. Yeah, they don't have to be barn burners, They don't have to be the best in the world, but they have to be contenders. Straight right and a left hook to the body there from Volney. A good right uppercut here. I mean, nothing against Volney and Falcoa here in the co-main event. These are guys that some fighters are, some people are going to see. They're going to gain a few fans from this. They're entertaining enough fighters. They're not names. Oh, nice couple uppercuts there from Volney to the body and then another uppercut. Volney's really starting to find a home for that uppercut, splitting the defense of Falcoa. And Volney going to the body now. I agree, should have stacked the undercard. Robert Carrion says $150K. I'll take Porter, 12-round split decision. Bold prediction from Days Hip Hop. Thinks he'll give Crawford his first loss. It could happen. Like I said, a lot of, he took Errol Spence Jr. to a split decision. And I know there was more people than just that one judge that gave that fight to Porter. Yeah, they need to take a page out of the UFC's playbook. Because, the UFC is... and I hate to kind of sound like I'm kissing their ass, but they're the only ones that do anything on pay-per-view that's really worth it anymore, in my opinion. WWE, they went to a regular program, like a monthly tier. Now they're on Peacock. I think all their WrestleMania, SummerSlam, all their special events are all on Peacock. I think you get everything for like $6 a month or something. A double jab there from Falcoa to start up. Big combination upstairs and then to the body from Falcoa to start the 6. Straight right. Good combination of the body there for Volney. Volney does just enough, though, to lose most of these rounds. Good body shot and an uppercut from Volney in a right hand. I've still only given him 1 round. Falcoa, he digs to the body. He throws those uppercuts upstairs. He's a great offensive fighter. These guys are both, I could see it'd be fun to watch against a lot of fighters. Not good defensive fighters. Neither one of these guys has shown a whole lot of defense. Falcoa digging to the body. Deep there. But yeah, throw a Dillian White on there. Throw a Charlo brother. And then, give me one more fight that I care about. Make it a night like UFC does. You can have a party on a UFC. Your main card comes and you're going to get 6 blockbuster fights. And you don't know which one's going to be fight of the night. Good combination there from Falcoa. And Volney coming back to the body. And there again is Crawford warming up in the back. And there is Porter warming up. And it's just that styles make matchups. We'll see how Porter's, uh, how Porter reacts to Terence Crawford's style and what kind of new problems he can give him. Oh, nice right hook and a left hand there from Falcoa. I do expect Falcoa to widen the gap as we get later in this, and Volney has a bad low blow. Oh. Oh, wow. I didn't see if it was a accidental headbutt. Yeah, he Volney headbutt. Oh man, they're probably gonna have to stop this fight. This is a really bad gash. I mean, it is in between the eyes. It looks like, and not right over that. So let's watch the replay here. Oh yeah, Volney just brings his head right into the eye. Oh wow. See, I was watching the body shot that landed. I missed the headbutt. I was bad. Wow. Yeah, that was an old school, like Evander Holyfield style headbutt. UFC has mastered how to stack a card and hit 7 figures. Oh yeah, it's the matchmakers, and they've built such a stable of fighters. I said they got up to 5 minutes. Accidental headbutt, but I don't know that you're going to be able to get that thing to stop. Yeah, oh yeah, he's concussed. I'm pretty sure. He's really grimacing. That almost knocked him out. That headbutt, and that's a bad gash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to stop this. They're probably going to go to the scorecards here. That's just a really, really bad cut. It's a big opportunity for Crawford. See how he does pay-per-view sales-wise. See if he attracts big money paydays after this. He won't. Circus note, Jake Paul girlfriend and Tommy Paul girlfriend are rumored to be mud wrestling each other on the undercard. No joke. Showtime probably will block it from going down. Yeah, I don't need to see that crap. That's, isn't it bad enough that you got Jake Paul fighting Tyson Fury's little brother? All right, accidental headbutt. He's got it to 5 minutes. I think he's probably got about another minute and a half. I didn't put a timer on the 5 minutes. But Falco in a lot of pain here still. I don't think he's going to return. I don't think he's going to go on, and they're not able to get that cut to stop either. Yeah, Falco is saying he can't continue. And, I don't blame him. For those that cannot see it, Volney was dipping down like this, and he brung his head up and put the point of his head full force right into about right here, right by the eye socket of Falcoa. It was pretty bad. You're right. Showtime will not entertain that idea. No, that's just... I get how that could be entertaining, but when you're talking about network TV and stuff, most people are just going to see that as kind of trashy and amateur. And I can see how they come to that conclusion. So this fight is over. I believe it will go to the scorecards here because it's on the 6. Yeah, Southpaw versus Orthodox fighters. This happens more often. And that was just a real... Oh, yeah, Falco moved it. Oh, that's like a car wreck. Falco was moving forward with his head, and Volney just whipped his head into that eyesight. Yeah, that was bad. Wow. Yeah, that was a car wreck. I don't even know how to respond to that, Ready Joe. Are you saying I'm super white? I have no idea what that comment is supposed to mean. I don't think it's complimentary, though, and I don't like it. All right, it looks like you're going to go to to the scorecards here. Headbutt, I believe, after 3 rounds, an accidental headbutt will go to the scorecards. Yeah, Volney might have even been stunned by it, and that was the top of his forehead. But yeah, that's one of the one of the worst headbutts you'll see, really. I mean, Volney was down coming up like Super Mario Brothers, right in the eye socket of Falcoa. All right, well, thank you guys. I'm my back. Troy could pick that up and make bank from all the socialist media zombies. Oh yeah, yeah. There you go. But possibly, I mean, the Paul brothers. Yeah, they could. I mean, they could do the mud wrestling part of it. They don't have the Paul brothers signed anymore. Paul brothers signed with Showtime. I don't know how many fights they signed for, but I can't believe, honestly, that Triller's still around, though, after what they pulled on that last card in Florida. It was kind of despicable. Well, thank you, Billy. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but Terence Crawford minus 700 favorite, plus 500 for Porter. Winner by KO, TKO, or disqualification. Terence Crawford becomes a plus 115. So almost even money. Shawn Porter's a plus 1100. Porter's not a knockout guy anyways. To go the distance, now you get Crawford minus 175. Go the distance, no, plus 130. Hey, what's going on, Alex? Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. Trevor could have done big business, and wow, did they screw up their chance. Yeah, I don't even know what athletic commission would want to sanction them at that point after what they pulled. I believe it was in Florida. So with the 59-year-old, however old he was, Evander Holyfield, 58 or 59. And then they sold the pay-per-view. Florida asked them, for those that don't know, Florida asked them, they said, you have the option of these fights. You can have them all be professional fights on record, or you can have them all count as exhibitions. And Triller says, we want them to count as exhibitions, but they didn't tell anybody until the day after the fights had happened. Super crooked, in my opinion. I definitely would not be surprised if there are states that decide to not let them promote in their states after that debacle. All right, guys. Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter coming up. We'll get official scorecards of the co-main event here real quick, and then we'll start what we really all came for. People get weird. Yeah. $58.57 Falco. Wow. $58.56 for Patrice. $58.56 for the winner. Esquiva Falco. A little surprised that was a split decision there. I hope they have different judges. I hope they have different judges for the main event because that seemed pretty cut and dry to me. Esquiva Falcoa improves to 29-0 with 20 knockouts. Falcoa landed roughly 35% more shots. He landed the bigger shots. I don't know. I just hope that judge is not there. I got Crawford, King James. I have Crawford too. I say Crawford unanimous decision. I think obviously just throwing out a wild guess, but I would say Crawford floors Porter but doesn't take him out. Does it seem like to you guys though, like guys just take more punishment than they used to? Or like there's guys that come back from just incredible beatings nowadays in boxing and MMA. It's almost like it's kind of expected. Mike with my internet now working correct. The box so fast. Pay-per-view loaded immediately. Nice. You're on Comcast over there, right? That's what I'm on, is Comcast. Got the tip jar. We had a pay-per-view earlier a stream earlier for those that didn't see it, the UFC stream. So I left over the $15 left there from earlier, but I actually don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. Well, it says, yeah, all right. Minutes away here, Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Hit that like button, hit that share button. If you would, share this on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook and stuff. Be nice to get more than 10 people for a pay-per-view boxing event. But Crawford wins by knockout. Used to take 20 seconds to load. Now it's instant. Nice. Mine's pretty close to instant. All right, guys. This stream sponsored by the Cash App. What's up, Charles Barkley? The fight is not quite yet started. Brought to you by the Cash App. Guys, if you're not already signed up with the Cash App, use my link to sign up for the Cash App. You can text money to anybody, anywhere, anytime. It's the easiest way in the world to send money. If you can text somebody, once you have the Cash App set up, you can send them money. They give you a debit card, and you get boosts. Every time I go to a coffee shop, a restaurant, a grocery, the boost I use is 10% back in Bitcoin. I'm stacking Bitcoin, getting free Bitcoin all the time just for things I buy every day. You use my link, not only are you going to get an extra $5 when you make your first deposit, $5 is going to go to the Wounded Warrior Project. That's the charity that I've chosen for us. And then there is a donation back to this channel. Any of our sponsors, I have to disclose, I get some kind of financial benefit when you use the products. No, absolutely nothing about Porter, to be honest. He's very good. It says Porter decision. Porter, like I said, he's got 3 losses in his career. They're all in championship fights. And one of them was against Errol Spence Jr. It was a split decision loss. And a lot of people, that's the fight that so many people have wanted to make forever, was Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. They're both undefeated. They're both top pound for pound guys. And, if Terence Crawford can get past Shawn Porter tonight, they're gonna be a lot closer to making that match if those guys want to fight each other. You guys think Porter has a shot? I mean, I guess he has a shot. I'm big on Terence Crawford, but I think Terence Crawford's the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. Porter, I mean, he might be top 4. He's very good. Well, and they asked Shawn Porter, he says, who's the best welterweight in the world? Even Shawn Porter said Terence Crawford. He said, I'll let everybody say that after tonight, though, if he's the best. So, and they got a countdown here. This is coming up, so a little less than 8 minutes before Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter will walk to the ring. And you see the records, Terence Crawford 37-0 with 28 knockouts. Shawn Porter 31-3 with 17 knockouts. Porter stays busy. Robert says, not me. He has a shot always. You remember Buster Douglas, Asim Rahman, and Andy Ruiz. Anyone has a puncher's chance, but Crawford is slick. Crawford is slick, and Shawn Porter is not a power puncher. He's a volume puncher. Yes, he has taken guys out. Like I said, he has 17 knockouts in his 31 wins. Crawford's much more likely to knock out Porter. And then, like I said, Crawford, I think it's just, I don't think anybody, I would pick Terence Crawford against anybody in the world right now. So that has to include Shawn Porter. But the fact that the odds aren't the astronomical ones that you have seen in every other Terence Crawford fight recently shows that, Shawn Porter is one of, the top opponents he's ever had. This could very well be Terence Crawford's the toughest fight of his career. So, and Shawn Porter is not the underdog that Andrew Ruiz was. He's not the underdog that Hasim Rahman or definitely Buster Douglas was. This is not that kind of fight. This is a legitimate champion versus a legitimate champion. The two best welterweights in the world facing each other. Surprised Stephen A. Smith isn't on the call tonight. He always tries to jump in on the ESPN pay-per-view, calls MMA or boxing. Yeah, he's a big fight fan, I guess. But I think maybe they're finally starting to get the idea that fight fans don't really want him on their streams. But I don't know. The whole dick punch video, for those that don't know, that's the one that really made Stephen A. Smith a laughing stock. That was one of the strangest videos I've ever seen. I bet Bob Arum is going for Porter. I bet you're right. And if for those that were wondering, why was the UFC early and they didn't compete with the boxing? Well, they're both on ESPN. So that's the good thing about having everything under one umbrella, is the UFC and boxing don't overlap. The bad thing about it is there's no competition. They're just competing against each other. And I don't like, one company having so much power. What's up, PBR Street Gang? In the house. All right, guys. Shout out before we go to our premium members. Everybody on here donates monthly. Sorry, guys, I have too many icons on here. I'm trying to find the one. There we go. All right, guys, premium members, everybody on here donates to the channel monthly. They're monthly members. And Greg Brimstone actually just celebrated his 1 year. Paying for it, PBR Street Gang. I think it's got to be about the same. And also a member of the Patreon. Milton Nelson. Arcade Chaos just celebrated 10 months. Billy Hughes and Robert Kerrigan, they've been on them for a while. Brock Ellery, John Coffey, Phil D187, Chef Johnson, Yippee Kaye, Mac 209, and King Brown. Hope Porter puts up a good fight. I think he will. I think it's going to be an entertaining fight. And they are singing the national anthem now. So we should be close. Both fighters are American, so we should just have one national anthem. Nothing against anybody's national anthems, but I mean, I've heard the song a million times. Showtime has stepped their game up with combat sports. They're making strides towards getting more eyes on Bellator and Bob Arum Promotions. Yeah, their promotion, or their production, on Bellator is incredible. The promotion, I think they could still let a few more people know that they're on Showtime. And I mean, use it as a tool to sell Showtime, because I mean, I think there's fight fans, I know I definitely would, that would pay $10 a month for Showtime just to get Bellator. This guy's a good singer, though. Yeah, no, he is good. And I didn't mean like to be disrespectful. I've been through a million of these events. Or it seems like 1,000 of these events. So, all right, guys, and there is the national anthem. I liked how ESPN did it. They didn't draw this way out the way Showtime has recently. That's the one knock I would have on Showtime, is the pacing of the fights. I mean, they'll talk about the two fighters that are going to come in there for longer than they fight. ESPN's used to having that, they have that MMA pacing now. And I think they've seen how effective that is. This main event tonight for the WBO welterweight world title. It is Terence Crawford's belt. The belt's a little split up there at welterweight. It's Teofimo Lopez signed to Bob Arum Promotions. I don't think so, because he's on Triller. But I don't know. I don't know if Bob Arum would work with Triller. I think it's like his own thing. So I'm not sure, to be honest. Does anybody know? Maybe Robert knows. Yep. Errol Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, Jeff Horn, a lot of guys. A lot of guys trying to take over the pound-for-pound crown since Floyd Mayweather Jr. left the sport. But Terence Crawford, the class act of boxing, maybe right now. So, all right, it looks like they are going to have a little bit of promotion first. Trill will die this coming year, so ESPN and Showtime will pick up more fights. I think the Zone is on his last legs too. I think so too. When it's a fight Eastern. What's up, Ryan Lowe? The fight, they just had the national anthem, so the fighters should be stepping down to the ring within the next 5 minutes or so, I believe. So pretty much now. Any time here. All right, guys. One more sponsor to the way. Voyager. Guys, I only use sponsors that I really support. Voyager has been great to me. I talked about buying some Shiba Inu on here. I made 1,000% in about 4 months. Sold it, paid almost zero fees. Almost zero fees for selling. I've heard of people paying huge fees for transferring their crypto, for cashing it out. So I just wanted to cash out and see what Voyager really charged me. And I mean, it was like pennies. They have more coins on there than just about anybody else as far as the reputable ones. They have the Voyager coin, which they pay you 7% to keep on. And they're going to give you $25 in free crypto when you deposit $100. You get $25 in Bitcoin. I get $25 in Bitcoin for free if you use my link. And like I said, I feel like Voyager is the only app that I buy crypto through. Cash App I use to stack up Bitcoin on the bonuses, on the boosts, but even they charge a higher fee for selling and transferring than Voyager does. Kane Stray says, Bud TKO 10th round. All right, and here is the first fighter turning to come to the ring. Shawn Porter making his way to the ring. I wonder when the big ring walk started. I wonder how far back that goes. I was thinking about, we know Muhammad Ali had him. We know before that, Sonny Liston. Oh, wow. Big E from WWE Universal Champion announcing him, I guess. Not quite sure who he is, but you got like some, for those that aren't watching it, you have like this hallway, and it looks like a Catholic church. It's like all this cathedral glass. It's a very interesting ring walk here, but yeah, so obviously Muhammad Ali did it. Before that, Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, George Foreman. Some of these guys had big walkouts. Mike Tyson, of course, had some of the most memorable walkouts of all time. But yeah, you have a Rhapsody, a rapper here. You have a gospel choir for Shawn Porter. I mean, I don't know what Terence Crawford's going to come out with, but Roy Jones Jr. used to have some elaborate ring walks. I'm sure it goes back before, probably even Floyd Patterson. I don't know what Joe Louis and those guys had. I don't know if it goes back that far. This is Shawn Porter's first fight in 455 days. I did not realize it'd been that long since he fought. No problem. You're welcome, Ryan Lowe. Crawford's unanimous decisions. Charles, WWE Champion, Big E, tucking Porter in. Yep. Porter and Big E are both very religious people, strong in their faith. Oh, yeah, Amir Khan. He made a lot of people mad because didn't he have a ring walk that lasted like 35 minutes with that camel? Because the camel's like super slow. I believe he came down with like a crown. And then he was like on a throne, being with that was on top of a camel, something crazy like that. Yeah, that guy had some nutso entrances. I'm okay with the elaborate entrances. Just don't take up half the night to get down to the ring. Floyd, of course, had some pretty elaborate entrances. Prince Nassim Hamed. Oh, that's the guy. Prince Nassim Hamed, excuse me. He was the guy on the camel that took forever, I believe. He was an entertaining guy to watch. I liked the showmanship from Hamed, though. He was very entertaining in the ring. He'd do the behind the back things and, really slick defense. And Terence Crawford coming down to some LL Cool J. Doesn't matter how cool your ring walk is unless you win. At the end of the day. Yeah, Terence Crawford making his way to the ring. I said to some LL Cool J do the wop. And one of the most dangerous welterweights of this generation, of the last several generations for sure. Would have been interesting. Terence Crawford, this is a guy that I believe could have competed, with Sugar Ray Leonard back in the day. At welterweight. He could have fought Roberto Duran at 154. Hagler was probably too big for them to have ever fought him, Hagler and Hearns, but put this guy in any generation, and I think he competes with anyone and everyone. Vladimir Klitschko almost had choreographed walkouts too. His took forever. His fights took forever too. They were boring for the most part. It's a very mechanical type fighter. Some of the Tyson Fury fights, or the Tyson Fury fight, it was that was very entertaining. But all right, Terence Crawford is finally in the ring. We got both guys in the ring. Now we're just waiting on Jimmy Lennon Jr. All right. And Jimmy Lennon Jr. taking the mic. We're ready to get a fight on. Props to Crawford. He does amazing things for his community. Has put a lot of time and money into the less fortunate. That's awesome, as anybody should that makes that much money. But yeah, no, good on giving him credit. All right, guys. This welterweight championship, this fight companion, like I said, sponsored by our premium members, by the Cash App, by Voyager. If you want to donate, you can donate either in the Super Chat to this chat. You see the tip jar from earlier, or in the Cash App. If you have Cash App, donate directly to Seattle Mike, and I'll give you credit by putting your name up on that board. Max DeLuca, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld will be the judges. Max DeLuca, 74 fights, that the least experience of the three judges. All right, and from Las Vegas, Nevada, the Mandalay Bay, and live from here in Seattle, Washington, I'm Seattle Mike. Fights with friends, fight fans, let's get it on. Out of the blue corner, he is the challenger. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, now residing in Las Vegas, Nevada. 34 years old with a record of 31 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, 17 knockouts. He is a plus 500 underdog. The WBO number 2 contender and 2-time former welterweight champion of the world, Showtime! Shawn Porter! What's going on, Hot Rod? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good over here, man. Enjoying some fights, thank you. All right, and out of the red corner representing Omaha, Nebraska. With a record of 37 wins, never lost, 28 knockouts, 15-0 with 12 knockouts in world championship fights. Presenting the number 1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter on the world and the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford. And the music pouring in. The stars are in the crowd. We heard the direction from the referee Ruiz earlier in the locker room. Touch gloves and we got a championship fight. Terence Crawford. Shawn Porter for the WBO Championship of the World and the pound-for-pound world's baddest man. Here we go. Porter with a right hook right out of the gate. Who will be the faster starter? Who's going to take the first steps? Jab to the body from Porter. Oh, Porter trying to put Crawford on his back foot early. Jab to the body, jab upstairs for Porter. Crawford, as a lot of the all-time greats. Oh! Jab upstairs, combination to the body for Shawn Porter. I believe Porter has a chance to take the first 3 rounds from Crawford just due to Crawford, kind of judging his game plan. He's generally a slow starter. Jab lands for Crawford, his only shot of the match so far. Porter double jab to the body. Nice right hand there from Porter. And even if you're Terence Crawford, you don't want to let a guy as good as Shawn Porter get too big of a lead on you. I mean, when you're talking about the top 2, 3, 4 best guys in the world, good combination of the body there for Crawford. You got to be at the top of your game. Crawford establishing the jab. Oh, Porter rips a left hook to the body. Oh, good combination there from Porter. Crawford ties him up. Jab lands for Crawford. And they exchange jabs. Nice left hand to the body there for Porter. Oh, good jumping left hook lands for Porter. And like I said, these guys, both of them are most likely fighting the best boxer they've ever fought in each other. Jab lands for Crawford, combination for Porter, as Crawford seems willing to give up the first round to start to kind of study Shawn Porter's tendencies. And I don't need to see any punch stat numbers to know Shawn Porter won that first round. Round one, Porter. I agree, job. Fernando Vargas, one of the greats in the crowd. This is going to be close. And Shakur Stevenson, 2-division world champion. They're in the crowd. It's going to be closer than thought. Definitely could be. And then Winky Wright in the crowd. Floyd Mayweather Sr. Stars of boxing watching from the crowd. Good jab there from Crawford to start out. You see Porter doubled the work rate of Crawford there in the first round. Filling out round for both fighters, but 6-3. Landed punches in favor of Porter. I gave Porter the first round. Good exchange to start the second. Good jab to the body there from Porter. Now, one of the things definitely that makes Crawford so slick and hard to beat is being a southpaw. I mean, nice check hook from Crawford, barely misses there. That could have floored Porter. It's no coincidence, I think, that some of the slickest fighters of all time, Winky Wright that was in the crowd there, I believe Sugar Ray Leonard, Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, all southpaws. Nice right hook there from Crawford. And it's just, a big right hand from Porter, and he knocks Crawford back with that. That was a good right hand. Crawford misses a right hook. Porter lands a big right hand over the top. Oh, nice left hand there from Porter, and ducks under the combination of Terence Crawford. Oh, beautiful left hook there from Shawn Porter, and a right hook. Good combination of the body from Crawford. Both guys exchanging now. Landing combinations, a big right and a left from Porter. Right hand for Crawford. Big left hook up on the temple from Crawford. And Crawford the more powerful puncher here, but Shawn Porter seems willing to exchange with him right now. And good combination there from Porter. Good right hook there from Crawford. Good straight right lands there for Crawford, and another one. It was Shawn Porter that had the better moments here in the second round. Both guys land big shots at the bell. I have it 2-0, 2018 for the challenger, Shawn Porter. Crawford takes measurements in first, second. Sets traps in second, goes to work in third. Yeah, there's a lot of championship fighters that kind of use the first couple rounds as feeling out, uh, as feelers. And Shawn Porter's got his dad, Kenny, in his corner. Much like Floyd Mayweather Jr. had Floyd Mayweather Sr. in his corner. All right, wow. That's interesting. Trainer of Crawford saying don't get into a firefight with Shawn Porter. That's interesting because I feel like Crawford is the harder puncher. Oh, nice counter right hook there from Crawford to start the third. And a left hand from Porter. Porter going to work now. Good left hook to the body there from Porter. Oh, nice right hand from Porter. Excuse me, I meant time for Crawford to go to work. Nice counter right there from Crawford. And both guys kind of waiting for the other one to go next to give something now. Porter's happy to go first. Eats a left uppercut from Crawford on the way in. Lightning jab there from Crawford. Crawford almost kind of looks like he's looking to set up a jump left hook. The way he's really spreading the weight on his legs here. Oh, nice right uppercut there from Crawford. Good combination from Porter and a right hand, and Porter gets the better of that. Oh, another left hook and a right hand to the body. When they're exchanging, Porter is winning most of these exchanges so far. Nice right hand from Porter. Crawford's smiling now. He says, hey, finally I have somebody that's going to fight me. You want to fight? Let's go. Oh, nice counter right from Crawford as Porter comes in. And now Crawford taunting Porter, but it's Porter that seems to be landing the more strikes. There was left hook to the body from Crawford, pushes Porter down off balance. Not a knockdown. That's a slip. And a cut along the eye of Porter from an accidental clash of heads. Oh, nice left hook there from Crawford. And Crawford tries to throw Porter through the rope. Oh, they are into this. Crawford trying to get in Porter's head right now. Porter needs to stay calm because I think he's up 3-0. Oh, yep, and there it is. There's the clash of heads. Pretty similar to the last fight. And like I said, it happens. Southpaw for this orthodox. Crawford's coming up with his head and hits it over in the corner of the eye of Porter. Not as bad as the cut, fortunately, in the co-main. Hey, what's up, C. Conan Defender? Good to see you in here, brother. Showtime always shows up to fight. Yes, he does. Showtime fighting smart. Yes, he is. Big time uppercut. Great fight so far. And right hand to the body there for Crawford. And most of these rounds outside of the first are fairly close. I think the second and third were fairly close. I think you could have definitely made a case for Crawford in the third too, but I've given them all to Porter. My camera wouldn't focus. I wasn't trying to reach out and touch. Oh, good left hook to the body for Crawford. And you could tell Porter didn't like that right hand right on the temple. And now Crawford, he's downloaded the movement of Porter. Oh, left hook upstairs there for Crawford. And Crawford, he may have gotten inside Porter's head in that last round. And I think that's exactly what he was trying to do. Crawford's starting to beat Porter to the punch now in this round. Oh, wow. Beautiful counter right there from Crawford. Porter lands the left hook in the clinch. Now, Crawford's the one who grabbed. Remember, in boxing, the fighter who grabs cannot throw punches. The fighter who was grabbed can throw in the clinch. Oh, good right hand there from Porter. And Crawford doing a little dancing and taunting with him afterwards. But, and there's another combination here from Porter. Oh, good jab to the body and then up to the head from Porter. This might be the start of an all-time great, guys. Got us into the fight. We have big fight feel finally. This is going to be fun. Let's go, boys, says Billy. It's definitely a big fight feel now. Straight right for Crawford over the top. Oh, and the right hand for Porter. Left hook to the body from Crawford. Two of the highest fight IQs in boxing right here. Oh! Counter right hook check from Crawford, sends Porter flying into the corner. Hardest shot of the fight so far. Wow, he really caught Porter off balance with that. Oh, Crawford now doing the pivot. Eats a right hand from Porter. But nice left hand there from Shawn Porter. One of the worst things I think Shawn Porter can do after taking a shot like that, though, is trying to get it back. I gave round 4 to Terence Crawford. I have it 3 rounds to 1, Shawn Porter. Now watch the replay. Oh man, just such a beautiful angle. Terence catches it coming in. Oh, he wrapped it around. It actually wasn't a shot. It was actually he actually wrapped it around, and it wasn't really a hook at all. Now that you see it on the replay, he actually pushed him. It actually ended up being a push into the corner. Interesting. Hot Reds is 3-1. Yep, that's how I have it, man. Still a close round. We are in for a fight. Through 4, I have it 39-37 for the challenger, Shawn Porter. Oh, nice exchange to start the 5th. Both guys getting off early. Oh, nice combination from Crawford. Right hand comes across the top for Porter. Crawford definitely getting busier as the fight goes on. Exchange of right hands, and the crowd now chanting Porter. I thought this was a pretty pro-Crawford crowd. Oh, nice left hook there from Crawford. Andre Ward has the fight scored the same way I do. 3-1 in favor of Porter. Oh, beautiful combination of the body for Porter. And so left hook upstairs. Porter is causing chaos in there for Crawford. He's giving him looks he's not seen before, and that's saying a lot in 37 fights for Terence Crawford. Good left hand upstairs for Porter. So for Terence Crawford, pound for pound, undefeated. Tonight is put up or shut up. You're fighting somebody that's right on the cusp of being on your level. Nice right hook to the body there from Porter. And clinching inside there, putting on his body. And a couple of good shots there from Porter. Crawford, I really don't think Crawford wants to lose another round right here. Straight right and a right hook for Porter, but a left hook upstairs into the body. Double left hook from Porter. Right hand, left uppercut. Shawn Porter going off. Right hook to the body. Terence smiling for him, pushing him, but he's not throwing shots here. I mean, I don't know if he sees something we're not. Nice left hook to the body there from Porter. I mean, maybe he thinks he's going to tire him out. I don't know. Shawn Porter's an elite athlete and fighting the fight of his life right now. Left hook to the body, right hook upstairs. Another right hand for Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter is 25 seconds away from going up 4-1, in my opinion. And now he's going to get on the bicycle a little bit. And why not? Oh, nice 1-2 there from Porter. He is giving Crawford fits right now. Left hook to the body from Crawford. Porter ducks under a right hook. Oh, they both land at the bell. Big right hook towards the bell for for Crawford. But I still gave that round to Shawn Porter. He had the more important moments. 4-1. Through 5, 49-46. Shawn Porter. And yes, it's still somewhat early, but we're getting to the midway point. Crawford can't really afford to be giving up too many more rounds. Hope they bang it out to the end. I hope so too. Maybe a new champ, Ryan Lowe. I mean, that'd be a pretty substantial upset. I mean, like I said, Shawn Porter, one of the best pound for pound on the planet too, but Terence Crawford thought to be the best. Oh, good exchange there. Nice left hook there from Crawford. Oh, now Crawford putting his defense on. Big left hook upstairs. Big right hook to the body. Porter with the left hook upstairs. Porter playing some D here, though. Ducking all these shots from Crawford. Right hook gets through there for Crawford, though. Nice right hook to the body for Porter. Oh, big right uppercut from Porter as Crawford comes in. These guys are so fast. And Porter misses the right hand and they tie up for a moment. Oh, nice left hook to the body there from Crawford. And Porter, the constant professional, really does not seem to be affected by that cut on the outside of his right eye that was caused by an incidental headbutt. Oh, beautiful right hand, counter right hand there from Porter. Nice left hand there from Crawford. Crawford's got to be careful. He's getting in that range to where he's going to need at least a knockdown to hope to win a decision. Oh, and another clash of heads, and now Crawford has a cut, and it's on the inside of his right eye. So, and unfortunately, that can happen with orthodox against southpaw fighters. I mean, generally not 2 classes of heads that cause cuts inside of 6 rounds. Nice little counter right hook from Crawford coming in. Oh, and they both exchange nice right hook there from Crawford. Right hand landed for Porter. Good left hook for Porter. Good combination for Crawford. Another close round here. And Porter staying busy on the inside. Crawford trying to tie up. And Porter landing shots inside here. Nice right hook to the body. Left hand upstairs there from Porter. Left hook for Crawford. Nice right hook to the body from Crawford. Very close round here. I think yep, there's the clash of heads. Maybe a new champ, a cut. Yep, another cut, unfortunately. Crawford just got to do more in these rounds. I gave another round to Porter. I have Porter up 5-1. That was, man, that was such a close round, though. Really could have gone either way. And Crawford's corner telling him, you got to stop letting him steal rounds. I have it 6-1 on my scorecard. Crawford would have to run the table to get a draw. Oh, nice left hook upstairs from Porter to start the 7th round. Can Crawford pull it on late? Straight right to the body lands for Crawford. Excuse me, after seeing the stats and thinking about it, I'm going to change my score in the last, which I don't generally do, but I'm giving that last round to Crawford. Good combination there from Porter. So I have it 4-2 in favor of Shawn Porter. It's going to be like Lamas last fight. He won't be able to gain back the rounds. It's too late. Could be 4-2. This is, this is a crucial round right now. Every round is crucial right now. Oh, nice right hook there from Porter. That was a big shot from Porter. And Porter definitely giving Crawford all kinds of looks tonight. Just a super unorthodox game plan here from Porter. Nice straight right there from Crawford. Good uppercut there from Porter. Oh, good combination from Crawford. If Crawford can get around here on my scorecard, he's back to only down 1 round. Good left hand to the body. Good left there from Porter. Right hook to the body from Porter. And people have contemplated that possibly Crawford struggled more with the weight than Shawn Porter did. We'll see if it affects him going down the stretch. Nice left hand there from Crawford. Oh, and a 1-2 there from Crawford, and he might have pulled it out there in the last seconds. Like I said, these rounds are so... And Max Kellerman just said 7-1 my ass. All right, round 8. I have it 4 rounds to 3 now for Shawn Porter. But like I said, so many close rounds. Neither fighter really able to do enough in a lot of these rounds to really, definitively win the round. Left hand from Crawford to start the 8th. He looks to want to come out busier this round. And you see, that's the first time that Crawford went slightly ahead in total punches landed. Oh, left hook and a big right hand from Crawford, right on the chin. Right hook on the temple, another right hook on the temple for Crawford. And Porter with the big combination inside. And they're warring. Shots to the body from Porter and Crawford to the head. Beautiful right hook to the body from Porter. Andre Ward now has it 67-66 for Porter. I have an identical scorecard. Good exchange. Both guys land right hands. And Porter, nice left hook in the clinch there. Porter pushing forward, making Crawford walk backwards now. A couple of good left hooks from Porter. Of course, Crawford has a very good check hook going backwards, so Porter's got to be careful, keep from walking into. Good jab and left hand there from Porter. Oh, nice right uppercut from Porter. Oh, big right hook from Porter. Another right hand and a left hook. Big right hand from Porter. That might have hurt Crawford. Right on the temple. That was Porter's best shot of the fight so far. Nice left hook there from Porter. He is having great success with that right hook. And this is the best round that Porter has had in a while. Oh, beautiful left hook to the body there from Crawford. And a straight right from Terence. Nice little 1-2 there from Crawford. You don't want to be the last guy to get hit in a round. It just doesn't look good on the judges' scorecards. I gave that one to Shawn Porter through 8. I have Shawn Porter up 5 rounds to 3. Scorecard's a bit off, says Ryan Lowe. My scorecard? And slight freeze on my stream here for a minute. Excuse me. We'll try and get this right back up. Oh, the main scorecard, not yours. Ah. Oh, the non-official scorecards for these guys, because they don't have live scoring yet. Right? I'm going to get some water here real quick, guys, while this reboots back up. What are you saying? I'm in between rounds. Sorry, off to get Annie. All right, guys. Sorry, just 1 second here while my stream refreshes here. I said I have 5 rounds to 3 for the challenger, Shawn Porter, through 8. Now, the not official score is 2 rounds extra for the champ. Oh, they have Porter ahead? Or, I mean, Crawford ahead? That's weird. Yeah, I disagree with that. You have a freeze on your stream, Billy? Mine froze for a moment. Alright, guys. I said 5 rounds to 3. It looks like we might miss the 9th. No? Okay. They gave Crawford the second. Okay, second was a close round. I still thought Porter won it. Yeah, I'm completely down for the moment, Billy. Give Crawford the second. Yeah, wow, it's over. What'd I miss? OMG, really? my stream froze. Excuse me. I was right, says Kane's Dre. You can spoil it for me now. My my stream froze during that. Excuse me. I can't speak now. Bud Crawford knocked him out. Man. Yeah, you could tell he was really enjoying getting Porter in those exchanges. He was really getting Porter to exchange with him. And Porter does not have the same strength, same knockout power. Yeah, my box still hasn't came back up, Billy. TKO, damn. I called Crawford 8th round knockout. I was close. You were damn close, Robert. Good call. See, I called Crawford at the beginning, but then before the fight happened, but then I really thought Porter was coming on and giving him all kinds of fits. But that's what the greats do. We've seen Canelo Alvarez give up a few rounds early to Caleb Plant. Take him out. We need Spence versus Crawford. Yeah, I unplugged it like 4 times, Billy. It's just, won't load up for some reason. That's right, though. Yeah, so we'll see who's next for Terence Crawford. And remember, Shawn Porter, I mean, he gave Errol Spence Jr. fits, too. He took Errol Spence Jr. to a split decision. I didn't see the KO coming. I thought I was going to the cards. Yeah, I thought I was going to the cards too, Barkley. I mean, and Porter, a lot of times it seemed to be even landing the bigger shots there. I guess maybe Crawford lulled him to sleep a little bit. I wonder if Dana White bet on Crawford by knockout like he did with Canelo. I was tempted when I seen the line because the line for Crawford by knockout was right around even. I think it was plus 115 actually. I knew Crawford would knock him out, Robert. I didn't. I thought it might go to a decision. Shawn Porter's a durable dude. But, yeah, Crawford's something special for sure. I guess it's Errol Spence Jr. I don't know what else there is for him. Canelo's too heavy. Teofimo Lopez, Tank Davis, they're too light. Those guys need to fight each other, though. Gervonta Davis and Teofimo Lopez. That's another great fight in boxing I'd like to see. There's fights out there in boxing that we could make. Good fights. It's just they managed to screw it up somehow. To be fair, is it really a KO? His dad threw in the towel. I mean, technically that's a technical knockout when your corner throws in the towel. So, wow, 4th loss for Shawn Porter of his career, though. All in championship bouts, but man, what about that boxer from Scotland that has all that hype? I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of who that might be, though. I expected more out of Falcoa tonight in the co-main event. I know he ended up winning a decision. The fight ended up short because of the headbutt on the cut. But I really thought he might be, and he still might have the potential to be something special. He just needs to be more busy. I don't get these hesitant fighters. And you're getting some of them, you're seeing them in the UFC and in boxing. They just, and yeah, my stream's finally back up now. Josh Taylor, yeah, Josh Taylor's good now. Jimmy Lennon Jr. making it official. We'll get some interviews here from Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. Josh Taylor is good. If you want to go to my Twitter and follow me, Seattle Mike at Fights W Friends, I will post a replay of the knockout on my Twitter. I can usually get a 20 to 30 second clip on there without being taken down. And I'll put a link up for that here in a minute. But and here we go. Right hand right over the top. Left uppercut from Crawford. The family celebrating. And Shawn Porter ending it. Errol Spence Jr. looking on. That's the next big fight. Wow, and Errol Spence Jr. got up and left. As soon as Crawford knocked him down, he turned around and just left the building, literally. Wow. All right, guys, I'm posting the final knockdown here. He says, what are your thoughts on your father stopping the fight? He says, he's doing what I need to do, but I didn't expect that. And he says he felt that he could have went on, but he doesn't want to challenge what his father did. I mean, Shawn Porter, very respectful guy, comes down to his father too, very respectful of his father. He says, congratulations. And 2 knockdowns, and he was just mentioning that Shawn Porter is the only guy that has been in there with every welterweight champion of this generation. All right, posting this knockdown to my Twitter. I'll give you a link here as soon as it's uploaded. Oh. And his father said, what? He said, oh. The crowd booing Shawn Porter's father. He said, what caused you to stop this fight tonight? And he said, it's preparation. Wow. Shawn Porter's father saying his son did not prepare properly for the fight. Wow. Very interesting. Wow. He says, wow. He says, Shawn was hurt. My kid was at a deficit. All right, you want to see the knockdown? There it is on my Twitter. Crawford versus Spence next. I hope so. Thank you for the like. Greg Brimstone, always on the Twitter early. Thank you. Good job tonight as always, Mike. Thank you, King James. Appreciate it. His dad is selling the next fight. This is BS. Yeah, you could be right there. Porter definitely has the toughest resume in boxing. Yeah, he's fought some tough dudes. He fights the best. I said he's the only guy that's fought everybody. Yeah, he's got 4 losses on his career now. Terence Crawford, still top pound for pound in my opinion. But, man, 9th straight win by knockout. Terence Crawford has knocked out 9 men in a row, and they've all been in championship fights. This guy is truly great. Thank you, Diamandes, Perez, and Alandeezy for the likes and the retweets over there on Twitter. I've been following me over there. Seattle Mike at Fights W friends. I know once they monetize your Twitter now, I need to get up to 10,000. I think it's 10,000 followers over there. It's either 5 or 10,000. I'm only at 2,500 over there, but I'm gonna start using my Twitter more. I've been posting the replay of fights after events. Good finishes. After MMA, there really wasn't any today. But, and he answered Terence Crawford. Said, did you know after you dropped him there in that 10th round that the fight would be coming to an end soon? He said, for sure. And that's to thank Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. I mean, a little different styles, but very similar in a way that they pull you into the deep water and they finish these guys late in fights. Both guys have been finishing just about everybody. And Errol Spence Jr., he says, you seen what I did compared to what he did. Of course, Errol Spence got up and left as soon as Crawford landed that hook. Shawn Porter took Errol to a split decision. Oh, and a little bit of jawing now between Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Errol Spence Jr. wants any of this right now. And he says he's been calling out Errol Spence Jr. every fight. Thank you, Jay Hall, for the like and the retweet over there on Twitter. Great call out, Crawford. Whatever, come on. I was on an interview with Tank, and they asked him about sparring Porter. Tank just smirks. Says, good work. Thank you, Canes. Canes Dre for the donation. $5 donation from Canes Dre. Appreciate you. And Terence Crawford said, Shawn Porter's a real good friend of mine. I really didn't want to fight him, but we only said we would fight when the time was right. That would be the strange thing about being a fighter. It would be very strange to fight your friends. I mean, not that boxing it cannot be a violent sport, and what he had to do to, what he did to Shawn Porter tonight, what they did to each other was violent. I would think it would be harder in MMA to fight a friend than in boxing, but maybe when you knock everybody out. So, Kane's Dre, thank you again for the super chat, bringing us up to $20 on the day, $15 earlier on the MMA stream, $5 on the boxing stream. Appreciate that. Helps us keep doing things over here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Looks like there's not too many people left on here, so next week there is no UFC. What's going on for boxing next week, though? I really don't want to skip a week. I was forced to skip a week last week, and I know the algorithm gods, I can see, are punishing me because I did not get my streams were not promoted at all. What's going on next week, anybody? Is there a Bellator? Looks like Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa are fighting on Showtime next week. Terence Crawford defeats Shawn Porter 121 of a 10th round. All right, here we go. Next week. Oh, next week, there it is on DAZN. Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos from New York. So that's what we'll be doing next week. I forgot, that's when the Teofimo Lopez fight got scheduled. Yes, it is Thanksgiving. Looking forward to seeing Cyborg fight again. For sure. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I love you. I respect you. And I'll see your fine asses next time.